So anyway, how's it going? I hope everybody's feeling good and calm and not at all frustrated. Yeah, seriously though, to address the elephant in the room, last time I went live and did a stream of my animation process, I got a little heated. I got a little frustrated with the software that I've been trying to use, a sprite. Namely, the issue is that I am in the process of trying to turn my storyboards. Sorry, I've already turned my storyboards into an animatic by adding voices and sound and stuff, and now I want to bring it over into this pixel art software in order to actually animate it. I ran into a number of frustrations, the key one being that there is no native audio solution, so I'm using this extension, which has its own number of problems. The workflow that I was trying to do wasn't making any sense. I got really frustrated, and I essentially rage quit on that. I want to apologize for that. I want to apologize for losing my temper and for being unprofessional. I mean no offense to anybody who worked on the software or this plugin that I got for free. Again, thank you. I very much appreciate the software that I'm working with and the tools that I'm working with. It is just a little frustrating when things don't go to plan. So maybe that's entirely my fault. I will take responsibility for not doing research on this before diving in, but that said, I'm not going to let that stop me. I'm not going to let that stop me from working on this project. So I'm going to persevere in the only way that I know how, which is to stubbornly beat my head against the problem until the brick wall caves, so to speak. Um, so, what happened off stream after I quit yesterday was a few things. I reached out to the developers of a sprite and inquired about the audio plugin, the audio functionality for the software. I know it's on their roadmap, but there's no clarity in terms of when they're going to get this in. And since there's no clarity on it, I'm basically stuck still using this free plugin. And speaking of the plugin, the other thing I did after the stream was I reached out to the developer of this plugin and described the problem. You can actually probably find it if you know where to find this on itch.io. You can probably find my post saying like, hey, I saw this weird bug. Do you have any idea how to work around it? At time of recording or time of streaming, whatever, I haven't heard a response back. So I think the best course of action is just to progress forward. And I'm going to try to work around the problems that were kind of holding me up yesterday. So the first thing I'm going to try is I'm going to try one more time to export. This is basically what I was doing last time. I'm going to try to export the visuals as a GIF one more time, except this time I'm going to do it in 30 FPS and see if that gives me a more consistent frame rate. And hopefully that solves my problem. Hopefully that solves all my problems. I'm honestly not super optimistic about that. So if that doesn't work, basically the plan is I'm just going to ignore the visuals. I'm going to work off of just the audio in Sprite, and then I'm just going to start plugging this in essentially willy-nilly. I might bring in the storyboard frames individually just to get a visual reference of spacing, but my plan is to just sort of just essentially rebuild this timeline from scratch, rebuild this animatic from scratch in Sprite. And I'll be going back and forth between DaVinci Resolve and Sprite to compare what I've already done versus what needs to be done. So, that is the plan for today. Just as a reminder, for the stuff that I said last time. So this is essentially a rough cut animatic of the entire final animation. So it's not the animation process. I'm not looking to finish the animation process. I'm just stubbing in characters for the time being so that I can get a feel for timing, flesh them out, put them in the right positions, that sort of thing. I'm going to do this scene by scene, and I've already started that process. I don't have my thing open, sorry. I thought I was prepared, and of course I was not. What? Here it is. Yeah, I started this process last time of just creating different scene folders, and I'm basically going to follow this exact same workflow. I'm just not going to use the GIF file this time. And if there's time, once I get through all the shots in the episode, get through all this this entire timeline and eventually resolve, if there is time, I will then go off and do the same thing for the intro and outro animations. Those are some things that I needed to do, and they've been kind of sitting on the back burner for a little while. I don't really think I'm going to have time to do that. That's most likely going to be a next time thing. But yeah, after that, the next plan is to, once I get all the characters in place in Sprite, the next plan is going to be to start adding backgrounds. That's definitely not happening this time. But yeah, I hope this works. I really hope this works this time. I can't imagine why this would be a problem, but let's give the GIF thing one more honest try, and if it doesn't work, I'll just go without and just work off the audio, because as we saw last time, playing the audio in a blank scene without the variable frame rate issue or variable frame duration issue doesn't cause the timeline to skip. So that's probably going to be my path forward, but as I mentioned, let's give this another honest try. But let me throw on some music. I don't want to hear the same music I've been hearing over and over again. Let me play something a little bit different this time. There we go. I actually can't hear that. There we go. Checking the levels. That seems pretty good. Microphone good. Microphone could be louder. At least from what the waveforms are telling me. Bear with me for just a second. All right, hopefully that's a bit better. All right, well, that's about as good as it's going to get, honestly. Okay. All right, last try. So I need to minimize that. And let's go set the in and out points. I don't think they shouldn't be saved. Let's see, we go to here. I think that's, yeah. So this will be marked as the out point, and the in point is already marked. So let's see what we got. Oh, I changed it to 30 FPS and I didn't even switch to, there we go. All right, so let me find the right location for it. S1. I might as well save over this because this GIF is useless. Okay, so export video, GIF, animated GIF, 1080p, 30 frames a second, no alpha, no vertical resolution, last frame delay. I don't think I need that. 256 colors. That wasn't a problem if I remember correctly. Image offsetting. I can't remember what the problem was there. Loop is off. And I think that should be good. All right, I'm going to clear all because of OCD. Let's render it. And I'll reiterate that I don't have high hopes for this working. I did some math to try to figure out, because as we read in the last video, the way Sprite handles essentially frame rate is that, well, I'll go over here. So if we go into the frame properties, you'll see that the frame duration is 100 milliseconds, which comes out to about a tenth of a second. And the problem is that I wanted to do this originally in 24 frames a second. The problem is that 24 does not divide by 100, or in this case, 1,000 milliseconds for 1 full second. It doesn't divide evenly. So I think that's where it was like, sometimes the frames were 40 milliseconds, sometimes they were 50, sometimes they were 60 or whatever. So I think it was just that floating point value, I think 24 frames a second comes out to like 40.1466666 repeating milliseconds. Like it doesn't divide very evenly, so I think that's why I was getting that problem. I think the 30 frames a second is probably going to have the same issue, but who knows? My math is terrible, so maybe it's okay. Maybe it'll work out. Let's quickly check this out. It's on the 10th. Good. 1080p, bit depth 8. Oh, it's a shame it doesn't say the frame rate. That's okay. Let's play it back and make sure it's not completely ruined. So far, so good. I noticed some interlacing. I thought I saw some interlacing. Maybe I was just hallucinating. All right, well, anyway. So let's throw this in. And if it's skipping, I'm basically just going to abandon the GIF idea. Which is a shame because that was kind of my ace in the hole. All right. Fingers crossed. Let's see what we got. Nope.
My name is Hero.
Wow, that's way worse. Okay. Just out of morbid curiosity, I am going to take a closer look at the frame numbers. So that one's 30. So they seem like they're... Oh, I can probably just hit... Oh, that one's 40. So we're already inconsistent. 3 frames in. 4, 40, 30, 40. Yeah, there's no way this is ever going to work. I could try... Yeah, I guess I'll... Why not? Let's try and see if setting the frame numbers to be consistent fixes it. I don't think it will because it came out at the speed for a reason. Oh, there is interlacing. Look at that. Oh, that's funny. Huh. I did not realize these were interlaced GIFs. I don't think that's part of my problem, but... 30... Yeah. This is... I think it'll fix the jittering, but then the timing will be all off.
My name is Hero. When wandering the woods, I found a magic book called the Tome of Tales. There's this evil spirit trying to use the tome to take over the world. He's already cursed my friends, Chitoge and Toshi, changing their bodies forever.
Oh, yeah, see, it's not working.
But if we find the old hag with 13 teeth, we could stop the spirit and return to normal.
Yep, it doesn't work. Okay. So, let me... Oh, I'll just use this one. Cool. Don't save. All right, well, that means joy of joys. I get to do this all from scratch. Cool. All right, well... I mean, that's less files to handle anyway. Okay. I'm just trying to think. So I'm not going to have the storyboards to work off of unless I place them back in, but I don't really see the value in doing that. What was it? Alt-N to insert frames. I'll just fudge it. And that's it. Oh crap, hold on. Frame properties. Alright, so this is another problem that I need to kind of figure out. So it's at 100 milliseconds per, which is again 1/10 of a second. Maybe I should just make it all 40. It's not going to be exactly right. Oh wait, no. What am I talking about? There was one more thing I wanted to try. So there's an option for 23,976, which that might be divisible. I'm gonna have to do some math real quick. Oh god, I'm so sorry for what you're about to see. Me doing math is gonna be really terrible. 1/24 of a second in milliseconds. I'm not even gonna bother doing the math. Ugh. This is the exact same thing I was looking at yesterday and it didn't work. Yeah, never mind. Actually, I think I already have it in my phone. Sorry, bear with me for a second. Whew, it's getting hot. What was it? 1/24th. So 1/24th as a decimal is 0.041666666 repeating. So how do I apply this? Oh, I want to see if that's divisible. So what was it? Let's open the calculator. It's 23.976. 23.976 divided by 0.041, and I don't have to go that far, but let's start there. All right, if it gives me a whole number, then this is a viable frame rate. Nope. All right, never mind. All right, we're going gifless. Jesus Christ. Okay, I think I've fought and struggled enough. Let me see. 40. So, actually, that's another good question. So, if I reanimate this in A-Sprite using whatever frame rate they do, what is that going to do for... Because when I bring it back into DaVinci Resolve, whoops, it's not going to line up because the frame rates are different. Project settings. Oh, I can adjust it. Okay, cool. So this might be a little video gamey, but I might just put this in. Wait a minute. Frames a second. So 100 would be 10 frames a second. No, I must not be thinking about that right. No, I think I am thinking about it right. 1,000 milliseconds is 1 second, and each frame is 100 milliseconds, which is a tenth of a second. So that means there's 10 frames every second. So I should cut this in half, so it's 20 frames a second. Well, hold on. I can probably take that even further. Yeah, well, the problem is 40 isn't even. Well, maybe 40 is okay. Yeah, what is 1/40th of a second? 1/40th of a second. Wait, that's not what I meant. What is 400? So that would be... Wait, no, 400 milliseconds. Oh, wait. If I do a quarter second, then that's close to 24 frames a second. I don't like that. I really don't like that math. Thinking. So it would be 1,000 divided by 25. Duh. Which is, what, 250? Yeah. So 200... No. No, I'm thinking about that backwards. My bad. So what? It needs to be 25 milliseconds? No, that doesn't sound right. Duration in milliseconds. So this is a tenth of a second. Oh. So if I go 50, that'd be a 20th of a second. 20 frames a second. So if I do 40... Fuck, dude. Okay, this is not good. This is not going to work at all. Actually, I think it might. No, it doesn't. This website does not work at all. Oh, maybe it just needs CloudFront. Right, 0.04. Well, that doesn't help me. Can I just do 1/24th? 41.66666. So what if I do 25? Okay, so that comes out to an even 40. So I can do 25 frames a second. I really don't want to do that. I mean, I guess it's... it's almost 24 frames a second. It's just a tiny bit smoother. And the math comes out cleaner. I mean, I guess the alternative would be... since it has to be whole numbers, apparently, which is problematic. What was it? 41... No, it just rounds to a whole number. Okay, what did I have to do? So yeah, 40 would be 25 frames a second. I really don't like that. What if I do 30? Does that... No, of course it doesn't. Yeah, the math doesn't work out either way. So I either go... You know, what I could do... And this is where math is going to get really complicated. I could do it at do everything as 40, and then when I bring it into DaVinci Resolve, I speed it up. Here, I'll just put this at 25 frames a second, which is probably going to fuck my whole timeline. Actually, maybe it won't. Here, I'm curious what this will look like. I don't understand why it's... Oh my god, it's doing the thing again.
My name is Hero. When wandering the woods, I found a magic book called the Tome of Tales. There's this evil spirit trying to use the tome to take over the world.
I'm trying to see if this scene still
It's
works.
already cursed my friends, Chitoge and Toshi, changing their bodies forever. But if we find the old hag with 13 teeth, we could stop the spirit and return to normal. Can you help us?
I can start by taking y'all's order.
Yeah, it's starting to slip. That's... Oh my god, that's not good. Okay, I'm gonna put this back at 24 frames because it's not worth it to break the entire timeline. I think... Alright, so I basically have two options right now. I could either do it at an even 40 for the entire timeline and have it be 1/25 of a second. Or, sorry, 25 frames a second. And then I'll have to make an adjustment to it when I bring this footage into DaVinci Resolve. Or I could bring in the GIF at 24 frames a second and just deal with the fact that the audio is skipping. I guess it's an argument between a mess now or a mess later. I'm extremely worried that if I do... And I'm sorry, I'm not doing anything with my hands. I'm literally trying to, like, contemplate and decide how to approach this. I'm really worried that if I go the route of, oh, it'll be perfect in Sprite, and then I'll bring it into DaVinci Resolve, like, a month from now or whenever I start editing this together, probably way more than a month, I'm going to be like, what the hell, why is stuff not lining up? I don't understand what's going on. Whereas if I just let the frame rate be variable, like deal with the problem of the skipping audio like I was saying, and maybe I'll find a workaround for that. But at least that's a glaring issue, and on paper it should be perfect. It's just going to be annoying to me. Yeah. And unfortunately annoying to all of y'all, so anybody watching this, so I apologize, but I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to deal with the annoying stuff. I love how I said, oh, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing the audio. It's like, well, I kind of have to because the frame rate is still messed up. I exported that as 30 FPS. Let me go back and export it again as 24. It's set to 24. Add render queue. Wait, did I rename it? Shit, I might have not renamed it. Damn it, I didn't. Yeah, I don't like that I have to do this, but I legit don't see a better option. I feel like this is the lesser of two evils. And again, maybe the developer of the plugin might have a workaround that fixes the problem. So who knows? This might even be just a temporary problem. Let me go export that again with the proper name. Render queue and render, and I'll go get rid of that other file. Whoops. Oh boy. Yeah, again, I left a comment on that developer page, so hopefully he'll see it and we'll have either a temporary solution or we'll be able to release an updated version that solves this. I don't know. It would be great if Sprite could do... Well, the most ideal world would be, hey, you can go in here and instead of using the individual frame duration thing, you can just use frames per second and it will ignore those. But if not that, at the very least, it would be great if you could do frame durations with a decimal point. But anyway, cool. Let's, oh no, I just need to drag it in. Audio's already set up. And again, apologies, this is going to be kind of annoying. It's going to be skipping a lot, and we're going to be hearing that a lot until I figure out a workaround. But I really don't have a better solution. Alright. So this should be skipping, but it should be at least somewhat... Like, there's like two layers essentially to it. There's like one layer, if you listen past the skipping, you'll notice that there is a layer of it that is playing pretty consistently.
My name is Hero. When wandering the woods, I found a magic book called the Tome of Tales.
Making sure it lines up
There's
good
this
enough.
evil spirit trying to use the tome to take over the world. She's already cursed my friends, Chitoge and Toshi, changing their bodies forever. But if we find the old hag with 13 teeth, we can stop the spirit and return to normal. Can you help us?
I can start.
I think I know what's going on. It's skip. Everything seems good up until the eyeball and the fist clench, and I'm wondering if that's because I have blank frames there. Like, is it just skipping blank stuff? Well, it's not. Oh no, that doesn't make any sense because it's not blank. Maybe there's something. Flat pass range impossible. Enable flat pass. Hey, Frostern. Frostern? Frostern? Sorry if I mispronounced that, but thank you so much for following. How you doing? You came in at an awkward time that I'm trying to figure out why why this is skipping and not working the way I expect. Okay, let's think realistically. Let's say I don't fix the skipping. Maybe I can just build it in such a way that the skipping doesn't... Like I built it in such a way that I could fix it in post. Oh my god, I did the thing. We'll just fix it in post. Layer. That sounded fine. Just doing good. Good to hear. The editing and pixel art is what made me interested in your stream. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear. Yeah, I definitely found my niche. I will reiterate that I feel really guilty saying that I'm a quote-unquote pixel artist. I'm really not a pixel artist. I'm a developer, I'm a storyteller, I'm a world builder. Like, those are my real true skills, and I've adopted pixel art as a way to tell this story. So it's not so much that I'm like, oh, doing amazing pixel drawing. So I hope you're not expecting that, but I do appreciate you stopping by, and hopefully you can still be entertained with me grumbling over applications and trying to convey my stupid story to the world. But yeah, I'm adopting the mentality of this is probably messed up and I don't know how to fix it, so I'm just gonna ignore it for now. Oh my god, this is gonna be so bad. I would love it if somebody could clip that and play it back for me a month from now when I'm like, what? Why the fuck did I do it like this? This is so bad. Yeah, remember this, Chris. If Blender wasn't confusing to me, I would be playing around with it, but pixel art is also really cool and where I also go to. Yeah, yeah, I'm doing some Blender for this project as well. I've actually spent years in Blender, and it's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. Oh, actually, these are my Blender scenes. You can see this giant mess of stuff I've been making. Okay, I'm seriously stalling. I need to, because I'm nervous. I need to just throw these characters in. Where are my hero sprites? Actually, how do I want to do this? Do I want to do it with the... I want to do it with the old characters, or do I want to do it with the new character sheet? Let's start with the... Let's just throw in the old character sheets. I think I organized everything. Yes, I organized it, yes. Yeah, but I have a ton of respect for pixel artists, like real pixel artists, not hacks like me, because I just think there's something so charming about that old school style. Where is? Sorry, I'm trying to find a particular asset. I find something so charming about that particular style, and that's part of why I adopted it, or adopted parts of it for my magnum opus. Which one is it? Do you think DaVinci Resolve would be worth the price if you used it on the iPad and not a PC? That's a loaded question, because at least the version of DaVinci Resolve I'm using is open source. Like, I didn't pay any money for this, so if you're looking at a paid version on an iPad, I would advise against that, just for the sake of you can have it for free on the PC. Ah, here it is. Here's what I was looking for. Ah, damn it. All right. He will not be in the correct pose. In fact, nobody's going to be in the correct pose for any of this. I'm literally just trying to get them in place. All right. Let's throw them down. Bloop. Why is it not working? Why is it not working? What's going on? Oh, God. So I will say, in regards to DaVinci Resolve, like, as a program, so I worked with Adobe Premiere for years and years and years and years, so I got really comfortable with the Adobe workflow. I can recommend DaVinci Resolve as a solution, especially if you're on a budget. I would just say that if you're very used to those more proprietary tools from Adobe, it's going to be a learning curve and something that takes some time to get used to. Why can't I... Okay, Control C. Oh, there he is. Look at how tiny. Okay, I gotta figure out how to reconcile this. I could scale him up, or I could scale the scene down. Scaling the scene down. Well, this also comes to the question of, do I want to do this in 1080p? I probably do. I probably do want to do this in widescreen aspect ratio and not 640 by 480. iPad says free with a paid in-app purchase of $95. Not sure what the price is different from the other. However, I heard PC, they say you need a good amount of memory, but my PC does not have. That's a good question. I'm not sure what the system requirements are for this, full disclosure, I work in game development, so I need a powerful rig anyway. So my machine, oh fuck, I don't even remember. Actually, let me not pull up my about settings in the middle of the stream. Now that I think about it, now that I think better of it, I think I'm running either 32 or 64 gigs of RAM. So I've got a beefy amount of RAM, but oh, actually, you know what I can do? Let's just look at Task Manager. Watch, there's some way to dox myself using Task Manager. DaVinci Resolve is using... I mean, it's not using much. It's not even using a full gig of memory. So, I don't know. And I mean, that's the other thing. It's free. So, what have you got to lose? You download it, it doesn't work, and so you lost nothing, right? I can't speak to how much memory it uses when you're rendering, though that may be on the CPU. I'm not sure. Okay, anyway. I need to figure this out. So, I definitely want the scene to be in 1920 by 1080. I don't want to change that. I'm already compromising on the frame rate. But the pixel art is coming in super small. So, I could either scale it up. And, well, Sorry, I'm thinking. I think 9 times out of 10, I'm going to need... 9 times out of 10, I'm going to want to match this up to the storyboard as best I can. Which, the storyboard isn't even correct because there's dead space over here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to scale him up, and then in other cases where he's not... like I need to move the camera or dynamically zoom in or whatever, I'll get it to a relative thing, and then I'll zoom in DaVinci Resolve. But I think the smart thing to do is... Let's do that. What are we at? Oh, that's just the pixel size, or that's just the thing size, so... Selection, modify... Transparent options. Or what I'm trying to do is find a spot to like punch in a number as opposed to scaling this by hand. That didn't work. Where'd it go? Okay. Okay, here's actually what I'm going to do. So I'm going to very precisely get around him so that I know the marquee is exact. Add a new layer. Good point. I do have pixel art on my iPad, and then eventually put it into Sprite on PC. Eventually need to upgrade my tech, but thankfully Godot doesn't need a whole lot of memory right now, and haven't wanted to move new devices that have Windows 11. You mentioned Godot, and that's very interesting to me. I've been kind of curious about trying Godot. Why is that not? Why can I not? Oh no. Oh no. What? Oh, that's weird. But my philosophy is always to do what you can with what you have first, and then once you've hit the absolute limit of what you can do with a piece of technology, then you say, okay, now it's time to upgrade. That's not right. Hold on. There should be... Why are these not... Oh, because I'm not doing... I'm an idiot. There's a grid here. I should be using the grid. Good lord. Yeah, sorry, Frostern. If you're here to learn about pixel art, clearly I'm a hack and I have no idea what I'm doing. Don't learn from me. I learn from mistakes, so if you want to make a ton of mistakes, follow my lead. So now I can type in an even value. So we're at 963. What happens if I just do an even 900? It's actually a little too big anyway. Whoops. All right. And then place them here. All right. That's our first, 20 frames done? Well, I mean, your characters are a lot better than mine. Runs the architecture over making me. I mean, first of all, thank you. Second, I can't take credit for these characters, not entirely. These are from RPG makers, so... Well, okay, they are and they aren't. So I used RPG Maker's character creator tool, which means that the bases of the sprites themselves are part of that template, and then I essentially used a character creator to create the character, if that makes sense. It's almost like a character creator in like an RPG. But I did have to design them and decide what they looked like and match their personalities to everything. I might as well get super precise with it, with the position as well. 145. I don't think this program does subpixels, so it's probably okay. Let's just do 445. Yeah, I'm not gonna overthink this anymore. Enter. Select. So my concern is if I zoom in. Oh yeah, those are clean pixels. Okay, it's just how it's displaying. I don't know if this even shows up on the stream, but there's like a little bit of like fuzziness to some of the pixels, and they don't look super sharp. And if we zoom in, we see it's not actually doing that. I think that's just how it's displaying in A-Sprite. I was just concerned because I'm like, if it is actually coming out blurry, that's a big problem, and I can't have that. And actually, now that I'm looking at it, I'm realizing it's not quite centered. I'm looking at the thirds grid that I'm using to line them up better. Okay, cool. I'm happy with that. Let's go hero. And then, when does this end? So now I just need to hold.
My name is Hero.
Right there. All right. Right there. Okay, so we'll put another hero, and I upped that to, what was it? I think it was 900. So now I take a side profile. Control C. And then we throw that bad boy in here. Is the audio sped up, or is that what it's supposed to sound like? So, yeah. Clearly you missed the first part. So, last time... So, okay. So, there's a few things that are going on. The software A-Sprite does not have a native audio solution. It doesn't do audio tracks at all. So, I'm using a plugin that is using audio that is exported from DaVinci Resolve. So, if we play that stuff here, you'll see it's perfectly fine.
My name is Hero. When wandering the woods...
But I spent about 3 hours yesterday getting incredibly frustrated and banging my head against the keyboard because of this skipping issue that you're hearing. And basically what I discovered, and I reported this bug to the developer of the plugin. Basically what's happening is that because A-Sprite runs on frame durations, not on frame rate. So it's not an even frame rate throughout the entire thing. It's looking at each individual frame and deciding how long to stay on that frame. But because it's divided by milliseconds, and 1,000 milliseconds equals 1 second, to do 24 frames a second would end up being like 41.404666, whatever, like a repeating value. And this only does whole numbers. I can't put in decimal points. You see, it just puts it back to 40 again. So basically the issue is that the values don't quite line up, and this ends with a situation where every frame has a slightly different amount to it. So like a bunch of them are 40, then some of them are 50. And what I discovered is that this plugin doesn't like that at all. It doesn't like having inconsistent frames or playing at an inconsistent rate. It starts skipping and freaking out. Because I did an experiment where I set all the frames to 40 and it plays just fine. So, yeah, I told this to the developer of the app. I posted on his itch.io page and like, yo, this is happening. Is there a workaround? Is there a fix? Are you going to do a patch for this? But basically, I've spent the better part of a day and a half like frustratingly trying to fix this problem, realizing I can't, and then deciding the best bet is just to work around it. So, apologies if the audio sounds like crap. There's basically nothing I can do about it. I came up with some ideas as to like, oh, maybe I could export the thing in 30 FPS, or I could do this, I could do that, and nothing really came to a satisfactory solution. So I'm just gonna kind of ignore it because it's, how did that happen? Oh, oops. Nothing came to a satisfactory solution because, oh shit, I just realized I'm gonna have to turn his head and do stuff. And this is literally like thousands of pixels now. I'm not gonna worry about it. Actually, what I can do is I can go into here, make the edits that I need for the poses, and then bring it back in here again and line everything up. Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, apologies for the skipping audio. It sucks. I'm very frustrated by it, but let me know if it's really bothersome. Oh, actually, I can put it over here. That's probably better.
When wandering the woods, I found some magic book.
Oh, now I need a new layer. I will say one of the benefits of would that be something that would need to be fixed on DaVinci instead? Not as far as I can tell. Again, I tried to export it at different frame rates to see if that helped at all. I thought about changing the entire timeline to be at the frame rate that Sprite's going to export as. The problem with that is like now I did the entire timeline in 24 frames a second. So now if I change it after the fact to 30 frames a second, everything just gets out of sync and it's just going to create more work than it's worth. So I think it's better, like, hearing this stuff skip is annoying, but it's not worth breaking my entire project, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'll say if one thing you'll benefit from this is you get a great preview of A-Sprite before you spend money on it. This is not as clean as I would like, but I will take it. Oops. I think that's where I want it. This one's much bigger. Snap. What do we think? Like about there. 50, 500, 565 maybe. I'm getting really nitpicky about the values. I'm not gonna lie. That looks so bad. Why does it look like that? Do I have a higher quality version? Yeah, why does it... No, something's not right. Yeah, that looks crisp. Why is it... Hold on. Something's not right. No, they're basically the same. Well, that sucks. Oh, you know what? It might be the same issue as I had before with the blurry pixelness. Okay, well. Cool. Let's just keep moving. Never even thought the audio messing up on the frame rate of the artwork animations before. I do have A-Sprite paid for it, but I prefer to do my art in PixSquare, which I've never heard of. I know you can change the frame speeds, but never played around much altering the speeds, the frames that much. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, and I said this a few minutes ago, I really wish, instead of having to rely on the frame duration mess, I could just like go into a setting, like preferences, and be like, hey, could you use frame rate instead of frame durations? Because that's my workflow. I just feel like this whole software really only has one workflow in mind. But you mentioned Pig Square. I've never heard of that. I might have to look into that because if this is going to give me this much trouble, then I might as well weigh my options. Pig Square is an iPad app for making pixel art very similar to Sprite. Really? Yeah, that sure looks like an iPad app. Either iPad and iPhone. Interesting. If I were to do this, I'd want to do it with a stylus, though. Free download. Why is there not a desktop version? I'm not a Mac. I'm not an Apple user. Whoops. Okay. Enough dilly dallying. Right about an hour. I'm debating on taking longer sessions before breaks, though that's very contingent on my mood and my mental health. But yeah, I'm actually doing okay, and I finally feel like I'm hitting a stride. I have nothing for the spirit. What? Maybe I have something. Hold on. I don't want to do placeholders at this point. I want to. I mean, I guess they're placeholders either way. Whoops. Sprites. Characters. Villains, maybe? I remember I did one of the spirit a long, long time ago. It's very temporary. Nah, none of these are it. Oh, shite. Oh, dear. I don't know if I have it. I might have to go digging through. It might just be straight out of RPG Maker. I don't remember. Oh, no. I don't know where it is. No. Shit. Okay, I need to not get... I'm doing the thing again where I'm being a perfectionist and I'm getting caught in the weeds. While those pictures of Pig Square are out of date, they added multi-tab on it a while back, so you have 4 tabs or so up in the top, like Sprite. I like using Apple Pencil with my iPad for drawing. That's why I liked it more than doing art on my PC, because my PC I only have a normal mouse. I'm gonna say this, controversial take. I think doing pixel art with a mouse is better than doing it with a stylus. And before you start pulling out the pitchforks, I'll say the reason being is because, especially when we get to like pixel perfect stuff, well, also I have a very tiny tablet to work with, but when we're talking about pixel perfect stuff, if I want to like do very precise line work, oh, that's not even a drawing here. If I want to draw like an M, all right, bad example. That's a terrible M. But if I want to get like super straight lines, super precise, like you can't do this with a tablet. And again, there's cases where a tablet is going to be the better solution, but I feel like there's definitely a lot of application for use of a mouse. I don't know what I'm going to do about this. I'm just going to put... I can put one of my old storyboards. Well, then, why would I put a storyboard in there if there's already a storyboard behind it? That doesn't make any sense. I'm going to have to go dig up... Sorry, I'm thinking. I'm thinking of where to find... Maybe it's an RPG Maker. I'm not gonna... I don't want to open Steam on this stream and all that, but... I'm gonna, I think I'm gonna go and try to pull the sprite. There's a sprite that I use for the spirit with his cloak and all that that I've used that is straight out of RPG Maker. I will create a new layer for the spirit. And I'll go get that later. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. New layer. I think the next one. Well, I want to do these at different layers. I mean, if I'll do them as different layers for now. I'll do these as different layers for now because I can come back and merge them later. but separating them would be a giant pain. Oops, too far. I don't have her either. Fucking shit. Ah! So much I gotta find. Here we go. Okay. I could just use these promo shots. In fact, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Instead of using the whole character sheet, there's no sense in... Oh, it even has the animation frames. That's funny. Okay. Find a good frame. Okay. And the question is, will I put Chitoge and Toshi on the same layer? I think that's actually a good scale for her. Okay, let's get Toshi in here. These are actually GIFs that play during my my BRB screen. So these actually came in kind of clutch. Which one do I like better? This one, this one. Maybe this one. I am gonna flip them. Oh, I think there's a way to do this, but I can't remember. Flip horizontal. There we go. Cool. Oops. I'll extend these later. All right, the old hag. I don't have anything. So I've found an interesting problem. Actually, here, I'll start taking notes on what I'm missing. Scene 1 will be spirit, spirit, old hag. I know I'm missing an eyeball. Clench, fist. I think that's all I'm missing. Oh, I just realized Hero's eyes are open, and I don't want that. Damn it. Alright, this is going to take a while to fix. That's okay. So that's them. Oh, there's the eyeball. Actually, I think that's pretty much everything. At least everything that I... Here, I'm gonna be smart. I'm gonna save myself some work. Just gonna close his eyes right now. What is it, B? I'm working with a half dozen different softwares, and they all use different controls. Okay. I'll do the same for the side, and I gotta be very careful not to save this because I don't know if I have a pack. Actually, I'm pretty sure I have a backup of this. Whoops. I can kind of see your point, but mouse did feel more clunky and slow to me. Also, like I can have it draw only with pencil, so hand can't draw on it, but can still zoom in and out and do other stuff. So it felt like I'm drawing with actual pencil. Yeah, no, definitely. I think especially somebody like me who grew up drawing, like the benefits of tablet definitely shine through. I will also say though, it took me. I didn't get my first tablet until I was in college. So I was very much. I very much got used to drawing stuff on the computer with the mouse. So after a while, it's just sort of like I'm actually okay with this. But no, I mean, I will say for 99% of applications, for 99% of situations, doing it with proper tools is going to be better. 100%. Was it 900? This looks bigger. Trust the process. in. Where's the other one? Wait, where is the other? Oh, there it is. Oh, that goes for a long time. So there's a way to create holds in this software. I need to remember how. Like right now. Oh, wait. Oh, my wrist. Ow. Ooh. Oh, sorry about that. So rest my wrist for a second. Okay. Ow. Oh man, no, it's very important to give yourself a break when you feel like you need it. Don't hurt yourself, kids. You also don't watch this show, kids. It's well, actually, this show is not as mature as I like to think it is. It's actually pretty tame. I didn't get to use a computer a whole lot as a kid, so it was rare to draw with a mouse. Because of that, I do a lot of drawing with pencils, which is probably why I like it so much. Yeah, no, absolutely. Still do a lot of drawing even without the tech. No, and that's a good thing. That's absolutely a good thing. You should definitely be drawing the old-fashioned way. I'm a huge evangelist for I'm a huge evangelist for traditional art. It's just I was always a video game nerd growing up, so when I had the opportunity to do drawings on the computer, I wouldn't say I abandoned traditional art and drawing and stuff like that, but I was just way more enamored with the possibility of it. Real quick, sorry, I just gotta figure something out. So this is frame 124. Jesus. So if I what's a duplicate? Duplicate linked cells. Maybe that's what I want. Alt M. So if I hit Alt M 3 times, so is that still at 124? Did it move? Oh no, it's still there. Cool. Whoops. Cancel. Why is it not playing? Stop. Alright. Alt M, baby. Let's go.
My
I'm gonna watch the
name
frame counter at the bottom.
is
Right. Because I don't want to accidentally overwrite that
The-
thing. Oh, I overwrote it. Oops. Don't want to accidentally. Oh, oops! I already did it. My bad. All right, so I need to get the side one with his eyes closed. Oops. If I hit, no, I don't want to hit delete. Let's just select and backspace. I don't want to hit, because I worry that if I hit delete, it's going to delete a frame, and that's going to screw me up. So he's at 900. I probably want to go a little higher than 900, actually. Let's go 1,000 for this one. Cool. Because he does look like he's a little bigger in the frame than that first one. I don't know why I'm acting like I need to interpret this. I'm the one who drew the damn storyboards. Let's line that up. Enter. And then this one actually holds for a while, so
When wandering the woods, I found a magic book called the Tome of Tales.
like subliminal images.
There's this evil spirit trying to use the tome to take over the world. She's already cursed my friends, Chitoge and Toshi, changing their bodies forever.
That's way late.
We find the old hag with
Oh, I think I'm actually past where I want to be. Control Z, Sounds weird. Until she appears on screen. Come on. Alright, good enough. And these guys are actually in the wrong position. I don't know why I put them here. Let's put them back where they actually start. I don't know why maybe I was distracted. I just threw them down somewhere and I didn't realize, like, wait, I should probably put them at the beginning of where they first appear. Oh, this is way far back. 426. Let's go, baby. Paste. And the Alt-M train never stops.
Cursed by friends, Chitoge and Toshi, changing their bodies forever.
What? Oh, what happened? Oh, still got a marquee up. So if I hit... Okay, I can just do that. Nice. Oh, I still need to do Tom. Here it is. And I might need to preload these a little bit. Oh, actually, Hero needs to be on top, so I'm going to move him up. Move... No, not merge down. How do I move layers again? Ah, here we go. I knew it was something weird. Okay, the Tome of Tales.
Magic book called the Tome of Tales.
Alright, good enough. Oop! You didn't see that. Alright, save. Oh, shit! No, I need to save this as... No. Let's save as... Just realized I haven't saved this at all yet. So I'm just going to overwrite the file from last time. EP501. And it's going to take a while to save because obviously it's thousands. It actually might be like hundreds of millions of pixels between all the frames. But anyway, so I think the plan is I'm just going to keep doing this, blocking in the animation, quote unquote, in every scene that I possibly can. Let me think. I have a hard stop at... Oh my god, I have a hard stop at 5. Ugh. Well, it's a soft stop. But, yeah, I'm gonna do what I can today. I don't think I'll get through all the scenes. And I'm not gonna stress about this stuff that I'm missing. Here, I'll make a note of missing stuff from Nomadic. And I'll go gather these assets off stream so that next time when I do a stream, I'll be prepared. Huh, funny concept. Coming to the stream prepared. Who am I and what have I done with the real Chris? And I need another hero. I need a hero. I need a hero to the morning light or something. I need to look at those lyrics.
Old tag with 13 teeth. We could stop spirit and...
Yeah, let's just put it here. Yeah. And I'll make some adjustments in a second. And of course, I didn't put it at the right spot. I did it again. in like the same breath. Okay. Let's scale him up to... Let's double him to 2K. Because it is like an extreme close-up. And I'll probably have to zoom in. Let's quadruple that actually. 4,000. Takes up the whole screen. Oh, what? No. No. Okay. Damn. I don't understand. Here, let's put it to... So if I just put it to 4,000, does it automatically clip everything? Oh, no, it doesn't. Okay. That was just a fluke. And we'll go down just a little bit. Cool, that's for his clenched fist. Oh, and I can move... Here, actually, I need to do a few things. Let's undo this one.
Return to normal.
Actually, about there looks about right. I'm just realizing now that I'm also... You know, I'm leaving a little bit of space at the bottom of the screen. I'm still playing around with the idea, because in previous episodes, I did... I had, like, text boxes at the bottom of the screen, and I'm kind of second-guessing that design choice moving forward. I'm just worried that that kind of ruins jokes or makes jokes harder to deliver. It also gets in the way of doing things like subtitles, like in different languages, when they're baked in like that. But maybe there's merit to leaving space for it. I don't know. I'm still not 100% sure where I land on that.
I can start by...
Okay. You know, one thing I probably should do is export this when all is said and done to make sure that this frame rate is working out correctly. Okay. So we're just gonna pretend there's a hand there.
And return to normal.
Okay. So let's save. Always good to save and keep copies in case you mess it up right after saving. Yes, that is absolutely the case. There was the old, I forget where the catchphrase comes from. I want to say it was Sierra Online, but their slogan was "Save early, save often." Actually, you know, let me not spread misinformation. What? No. Where did the... Hold on. Origin of the phrase... Of the phrases, whatever. Come on, AI. The phrase "save early" is commonly used in the context of video gaming, advising players to frequently save their progress to avoid losing it due to unexpected failures or challenges. Its origin is linked to the practices of gamer... Really? Particularly the relation to difficulty. Interesting. Okay, but vote early, vote often is generally tongue-in-cheek phrase used in relation to elections and voting process, though rarely considered a serious suggestion. The phrase theoretically encourages corrupt electoral activity, but is used mostly to suggest the occurrence of such corruption. The phrase has been in origins in the United States and in the 1850s and had an early appearance in 1859, Great Britain, when the newspaper reprinted corresponding from an American solicitor. Interesting. So, save early, save often comes from gamers, but that's a play on vote early, vote often. I assume. I don't know. Like, what are the chances that, like, the save early, save often just kind of came out of nowhere and they had no idea about this? So, I'm going to assume that this is a reference. This is a reference to this. Anyway, nice little bit of history there. Let's see what we got.
My name is Hero. When wandering the woods, I found a magic book called the Tome of Tales.
And I'll do some movement on them.
Evil spirit trying to use the tale to take over the world. She's already cursed my friends, Chitoge and Toshi, changing their bodies.
This is like the worst slideshow in the world.
But if we find the old hag with 13 teeth, we can stop the spirit and return to normal. Can you help us?
I can start by...
Okay. I mean, I accomplished the goal that I set out for. Alright, I saved again. Just out of habit. I keep forgetting how long this takes to save. While that's saving, I want to check something because I'm terrified of something that I did not consider. Remember when I said this is like millions of pixels in this scene? How big is this file? What? Cap? Okay, I'm gonna let this save, then I'm gonna close this out, and I'm gonna... shit. I'm gonna open it again to make sure it actually saved properly. Now I'm nervous. But hey, at least, if it failed in some way, at least it failed now, as opposed to, 20 hours from now. Okay. Actually, I lied. I'm gonna do one more thing before I close it, is I'm gonna create layers for... Oh wait, I already got one for the spirit. So I need one for old tag. And one for... Oh, actually I need 3. Heroes, hand. And in fact, this should probably go above. And I need one for... eyeball. Okay, save. Hello, Obsidian Aurora. How's it going? You've caught me at a moment where I'm trying to find out if I broke everything. No, I'm actually sorry. I didn't mention what I was about to do. What I'm trying to do is check the file size, because again, this is like, what is it? 1080p screen has like, what is it, like 100,000 pixels or like 1,000,000 pixels or something like that, and you multiply that by 900 frames. It might explain why the save is taking so long. So I want to just check and see if these file sizes are even like tenable, because this is just like the first shot. So if this is like a huge file, then I'm gonna have to rethink my strategy a little bit. 74 megs. That's not... That's not too bad. That's probably okay. It's about the same size as the raw GIF anyway. This is the important part of project management, is data and R&D. And of course, I decided to do my R&D live in front of a live studio audience. Doing okay, just sickness and nausea. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I hope you feel better soon. Hopefully it's nothing serious. Okay, so this folder in total has 125 megs. Ugh, that's like on the high end of what I'm willing to do, but I think it's doable. If it was like half a gig, I'd be much more concerned. What would be the worry size? Yeah, like anywhere between a half a gig and a gig. If each one of... Because, okay, so this is just for one scene, and I've got a lot more than one scene. Like a lot more. Like a lot more. So if each chunk like this length was half a gig, I have to like really reconsider my storage space. Well, no, I've got a terabyte of space. I don't want to eat it all up with project file with one project. But I think 100 megs is doable. Okay, so I'm gonna close this bad boy and reopen it, just to make sure. This is what we call kicking the tires, and just making sure that nothing has gone awry. It's now been over 2 weeks of this, just scheduling another doctor's appointment. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, but yeah, I hope the doctor helps you feel better. I hope you feel better. I hope that I shouldn't say this, but I hope that my work brings you some kind of joy and makes you feel just a little bit less sick. Let's just play just to make sure nothing's screwy.
My name is Hero.
Yep, that's the jank I expect.
When wandering the woods, I found a magic book called the Tome of Tales. There's this evil spirit trying to use the tome to take over the world. She's already cursed my friends, Chitoge and Toshi, changing their bodies forever. But if we find the old hag with 13 teeth, we can stop the spirit and return to normal. can you help us?
I can start by...
Yeah. Okay. So... Yeah, the echoing, I know. It's really annoying. It sucks. There's really not much I can do about it. Well, maybe there is. I reached out to the developer of the app, and I'm waiting to hear back and see if they have any solutions for me, but it's annoying, but it's not enough to stop me from working. Okay, so I've got some ideas of assets that I want to get. Let me rename this. How does I rename? There we go. New layer. This will actually be the background. And I'm just great. My neighbors put their music on max volume again. Oh, fun! Hopefully you have some good noise canceling headphones. So what I should do now is my instinct is to start the assembly line and just start doing this for every other scene in my timeline, but I really should just make sure this works first before I spend a bunch of time on it. That's a mistake you make. Hold on, I'm trying to save. That's a mistake you make exactly once or 3 to 4 times. I feel like I've made that mistake enough times in my professional and independent careers. I'm not interested in making them again. And the saving takes a while, but it's not that bad. I can already tell you when the scene starts to get more complex, this saving time is going to be a problem. Maybe I should move this to a 720p scene, or just scale it down, just for the sake of file size and saving speed. I do have noise canceling headphones. Is just that their music is so loud I can still hear it. Yeah, I'm guessing it's less of a I can hear it and more I can feel it in my bones and in like every organ of my body. Stream Hub World, how's it going? All right, so let's export this as a GIF. So it's already in 1080p. Wait, what the hell am I talking about? Why did I scale all this crap up? Okay, just for posterity, I'm gonna do this as is, as a 1080p scene, but I think I am gonna try scaling it down to 720 again for space and for saving speed and all that. And then I can use the resize feature to scale it up again. So let's see what happens if I just export. Wait, let me make sure I don't accidentally overwrite something. That would be a lot of fun. Visual. I should come up with a better naming convention, but this should be good. Yes. Animation loop off. I don't need it interlaced. God, I don't want it interlaced. Preserve palette order. I don't know what that means. All right. Okay, it's taking about the same amount of time to export as it does to save, so that's not the end of the world. And the plan is, once this finishes exporting, I'm gonna bring this bad boy into DaVinci, and hopefully it doesn't look like an absolute train wreck. So how's your day been? My day's going pretty good. I woke up. I made some bacon. I woke up pretty late. Made some bacon because I'm a degenerate. I had a pretty hearty breakfast. I had a leftover ribeye, half a ribeye, 2 eggs, and some really crispy bacon. It was a very delicious breakfast. And yeah, I'll tell you what, it's been a better morning than it was yesterday because, oh boy, I was not having a great day yesterday. But I'm good now because if things don't go perfectly, that sucks, but I'll find a way around. What really sucks to me is when I don't have a game plan. Okay, so it's the exact same length. That's good. Sorry, I'm going to pause my music so I can really hone in on this. Let's see what we got. And we shouldn't hear any skipping audio this time.
My name is Hero. When wandering the woods, I found a magic book called the Tome of Tales. There's this evil spirit trying to use the tome to take over the world. He's already cursed my friends, Chitoge and Toshi, changing their bodies forever. But if we find the old hag with 13 teeth, we could stop the spirit and return to normal.
Actually really perfect.
Can you help us?
I can start by taking y'all's order.
That's so weird. Like, the playbacks... Okay. So, first of all... Hey, Mr. Light, thanks for following. The really weird thing is... The frame rate playback in A-Sprite is so bizarre, and it doesn't sound right, and it makes you really skeptical of it playing back. But then I bring it back into DaVinci Resolve, and it plays perfectly. So I guess that is the workflow. I'm kind of flying blind. I can't really tell what I'm doing. Like, it doesn't feel like it lines up correctly. But then I guess that's the key, is I just got to follow the storyboard and just trust that it's going to come out right. It just feels so weird. Oh, one other thing I didn't check was, what's the file size? So how's it going, Mr. Light? Now that's weird. Yeah, man, there's a lot to like about this app. No, the GIF. There's a lot to like about this app. 2 megs! Alright. Okay, we're in business. That's totally doable. Okay. Okay, let me think about this. There's a lot to like about this app, but there's just so many idiosyncrasies that I'm just like... Okay, whoops. Let me just close that window. I don't need that. Go away. Good lord. So, file size-wise, the biggest one, that's 74 to 400K, wow, and 50 megs. So the biggest one is the GIF export out of DaVinci and the actual A-Sprite file, which are similar in size. And so, altogether, yeah, it's 120 megs. I think that's very doable. Okay, cool. So let's try scaling it down. I don't know if this is necessarily going to be worth it because it might break something, but let's see what our options are. Why does it have to be like pixels? I want to do percentage. All right, what is it? 1280 by... No, wait, not canvas. No. Sprite size. Oh, okay, there is percentage. Thank God. What? Oh, that's 540p. Right? Oh, man. Wait, so what's... First of all, let's unlock the ratio. I don't necessarily need that. What's 1280? Blech. 1280 by 720. Interesting. I feel kind of stupid now. Like, I'm sure everybody in the world already knew this, but I'm terrible at math. So it didn't even occur to me that 720p was not half of 1080p. Wait. Well. Oh my God. No shit, Chris. 720 is not half of 1080. Of course it's not 50%. Oh my God. All right, everybody who just subscribed, unsubscribe. You're looking at a hack. I'm washed up. I'm kidding. Please don't do that. Now here's a question. Is whatever 580p or whatever, 540p, which I don't even, is that even a real resolution? The question is that still 16 by 9? Because I don't want to cut off my, let's just do it. I don't want to cut off my canvas or any of the art in here. So far, this looks good.
My name is Hero. When wandering the wood...
Yeah, I think this is fine. If I zoom in, it's just all still totally readable. I went down to 50 by 50. So I'm going to do a save as. And I'll do a version 2, and I'll just compare the sizes. It does seem to save a little bit faster. Not by that much. And I mean, realistically, I'm working with square pixels. There's not going to be a case where I need to do... Yeah, that actually saves much faster. There's not going to be a case where I need to, like, have a bunch of, like, really detailed pixels. Like, it's all going to be very blocky. So it actually kind of behooves me to make this as small as I can get away with while still maintaining the proper aspect ratio. So the original one was 74.3 megs, and this one is 24. Okay, that might be better. That might be better. I think I might just do that. Okay. Cool. I am perfectly okay with that. Let's go... I'm really scared. I was gonna say I'm gonna go delete this, but I'm terrified. I'm not gonna do that. Okay. Let's set up another scene, or the next scene, I should say. And let's just keep this train going. And I'm not gonna start importing them. Let's say a sprite, so I remember what this is. And yeah, let's do the next scene. Hopefully I have enough time to get through at least the majority of this, but I don't have high hopes. Derp-derp-a-doo. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm just clicking like an idiot. I'm just clicking on all the wrong things.
Just water for us. Tap water.
How far should I go with this one? So that last one was 30 seconds. Do I want to just do this in 30-second chunks?
Can you not tell our mission to everyone we meet? Or are you trying to make it easier for the spirit to kill us?
But we need to find the old hag so we can defeat the spirit!
No! We need to avoid the spirit. If he gets me, he'll be even more powerful. But you know that! You literally just said yourself!
But I need the old hag to get rid of this curse!
How far...
I want to stop transforming into a demon!
Actually, how far before the scene ends is... I'll call this the end of the scene. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so that's a minute and a half as opposed to the 30-second one. Well, if I've... What's the concern? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, really. I don't know that there's an actual limit on how long this can be. Let's just go for broke. Let's stress test this. Let's do it. Let's stress test it live. So what is the story about? So Homesick Adventures is a series I've been working on since 2017. And basically it is an analysis and a parody of anime, RPG, cartoon tropes. Our hero is on his 18th birthday gets kicked out of his house, and he actually kind of explained the story. He ends up wandering through the woods. He ends up essentially homeless. But in doing so, while he's wandering the woods, he comes across this magical book. Turns out the book can talk. It has magical powers, and the reason it is, how do I describe this? Its main MacGuffin status is that due to the fact that it is the disembodied mind of an ancient genie. So the genie was split up into its body, its mind, and its spirit. The mind is the book. The spirit is this guy. And this guy is trying to reunite himself into the djinn again, basically destroying the tome. And it's just basically a classic adventure story. It's very much a parody. it's a fun adventure. It's silly. It's not taking itself too seriously. But yeah, I hope that kind of answers that question. He meets other characters along the way. Sorry, I'm trying to dictate while also describe. Oh God, the thing moved. Man. Wait, right there. Yeah. This is the. Wait. Oh man. Okay, so I'll mark the out point. Okay, thank God. Why is this not updating? Sounds like a fun story. Thank you. I'm trying. I'm really trying. I have a lot of fun working on it, and yeah, I took some time away from it just for a lot of personal reasons, but I've come back with new resolve, and I'm hoping to make it something that's fun and enjoyable. And I appreciate everybody who's kind of hanging out with me and watching me work on this stuff. I know I grumble a lot, but I really do love working on the show. Otherwise, I wouldn't have used all my free time for this and spent thousands of dollars and redefined my life around making this work. Okay. Ooh, actually, I can just export it, and that'll help with my... Oh, 720 by 720. That'll help with my file size issue. Crap, did I export it as... Now I can't remember. I've changed it so many times. I think I exported it as 24 frames a second. I think everything else should be good. Oh, no, it is not. Cancel. Browse. S2. Wait, what's the naming convention? Okay, these are all starting to look the same. So that is my naming convention. Episode 5, Visual 02. Save. Oh, and if my stellar presentation skills sold any of you on the series Homesick Adventures, you can check out on my YouTube channel and see the previous episodes from years ago. They've certainly aged, but I think you can still find some enjoyment from them. In fact, while this renders, I will link this. I actually don't know if I'm allowed to link it on... Oh, I don't think I'm allowed to link it on Twitch, but I'll link it on YouTube. Sorry, Twitch folks. But if you go to my channel page, if you go to my profile, you can find a link to it there. Sorry, bear with me for just 1 second. View channel. I'm trying to race to beat the to beat the export. Copy link address. Only on YouTube. Oh wait, that has a timestamp. Damn it! Hold on. Quickly. No. Whoops. Copy. It finished. All right, sorry. I'm pasting it here. Reading the good books lately. This is really embarrassing. I haven't read a book in a long time. Actually, funnily enough, the last book I was reading. No, sorry, the second to last book I was reading. The last book I read was Fahrenheit 451, which I never read in high school, but I thought it was... I read it a few years ago, and I thought it was phenomenal. I feel really bad that I missed out on it the first time. Before that, actually, the last book I was reading was 1001 Arabian Nights, which is what this series has a lot of cultural touch points in Middle Eastern folklore. So I was actually using that sort of as a reference piece. I have since lost the book. This is the second time I've lost that book. Actually, the first time, my ex stole it from me. I don't think maliciously. I think she just forgot to return it. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna buy that that book a third time. That's a good book to read it. If not, wait, that is a good book. Read it not because of school. Sad. Fahrenheit 451 is now a banned book in schools. That is really, really depressing. Wait. Why am I seeing... Oh, I also didn't export the audio. This is not where it should start. Hold on. Something went wrong. Yeah, Fahrenheit 451. What the hell? Why am I all the way back here? Fahrenheit 451 being banned is very apropos, and I don't know. It's not surprising given the current state of the world. Damn it. Sorry, yes, I'm trying to smack down the bot while also trying to fix this. Okay, so this should be the actual start point. I don't know how I messed that up. So, add to render queue. This time I actually do want to replace it. And render. No worries, by the way. How long do you think you will stream today? I'm on West Coast United States time, so I have a prior engagement. I sound so fancy. I have a prior engagement at about 5 p.m. Pacific, which is in about 2 hours. So roughly another 2-ish hours is what I plan to do. I am gonna need to take a break here pretty soon. I need some water at the very least. But yeah. And if not, you can definitely, if you're not going to be around for that long, feel free to check out the VOD. It'll be up on YouTube. And I guess on Twitch as well. But I feel like Twitch doesn't keep VODs very long anymore. Alright. So I re-exported it. Let's try that again. I apologize. I have no idea how I screwed that up. That was really funny. Oh, and I need to export the audio as well. What? Oh, audio. Export video is off. Let's do MP3 to save space. Okay, was curious. Nights for me is kind of music theory streams depending on the night, so I might just lurk in a bit. Yeah, no worries. Lurk if you want to lurk, chat if you want to chat. No pressure whatsoever. Okay, this has got to be a bug. The fact that I can't add to render queue until I jostle it a little bit. Let's make sure it's in the right place. So what games do you play? What have I been playing lately? I recently just started up on Cyberpunk again. I'm absolutely... No, wait, I don't want MOV. What? How dare you? I started up my Cyberpunk playthrough again, playing through Phantom Liberty. I absolutely... I obsess over that game. Why is it... Oh, because the naming convention's wrong. Oops. What else? I'm a big fan of city builder games, actually. So I've been playing a lot of City Skylines. Why is it doing MOV? What is going on? What else am I playing? Oh, I've been playing a lot of Tears of the Kingdom. I literally have my save right as I'm about to fight Ganon. And I started playing it last night, and I got absolutely spanked. It was bad. Okay, maybe that's wise, because it was also trying to export video. Codec, okay. What else am I playing? I had a really big Stardew Valley phase for like a year. It was so bad. It was such a bad Like, it got me to actually get into gardening. That's how obsessed I was with it, and I haven't played in a while. Solo game dev means solo game dev means I am learning everything and nothing. Oh man, dude, solo game dev is you're a trooper for doing that. Cool. I really love to be able to play my favorite game, but my neighbors cut the internet box. What? They cut the internet box? What do you mean? They cut the internet to your... Like, are you in like an apartment complex and they cut the internet to everybody? All right. So I got my audio and I got my GIF. All right. I apologize. I'm still not the most skilled streamer, so trying to balance the chat and not screw up my project is a skill I'm still trying to learn. So please bear with me. They cut the internet to everybody. That sucks, man. I'm so sorry. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to watch me despite the lack of internet. You really didn't have to do that, and I hope everything works out and everybody's safe. Oh, I need the audio. I need to load the new audio. And there we go. Let's see if it looked right.
Just water for us. Tap water.
We've been trying to fix that thing all week.
To everyone we meet, or are you trying to make it easier for the...
So why did they cut the internet? Like what happened? Did they just go crazy and like go on a bender and just start tearing stuff up, or I just don't see the benefit because it seems like it's screwing them over as well.
The spirit to kill us.
But we need to find the old hag so we can defeat the spirit.
No, we need to avoid the spirit.
Again, apologies for the skipping.
He'll be even more powerful.
Maybe next time I'll
know
fix it.
that? You literally just said yourself.
But I need the old hag to...
So one drawback to doing it much longer like this, like the first one I did was 30 seconds. This one's like a minute and a half. Is that I think the frame slipping is going to get worse as it goes. But yeah, I'm not going to subject you guys to having to hear this skippy nonsense. I think they were drunk, but we can't do anything because they're friends with the landlord. Ah, nepotism. Ah, now it all comes full circle. That really sucks. I'm sorry. Well, yeah, I hope they get that sorted out. I'll say this. I don't understand, like, angry, destructive drunks. Whenever I drink, I just become like a big teddy bear, and I just want to tell everybody that I love them. I don't go, like, destroying other people's property or trying to fight people. I've known people who would, like, drink, like, we'd be at a party, and they'd get drunk, and they'd start trying to fight people. And it's like, dude, what is wrong with you? Are you not an adult? Let's... Actually, before I do anything else, let's save... What's a naming convention? I've got so many naming conventions to keep track of. So that'd be... In the meantime, I've just been playing War for Cybertron on my friend's old Xbox. Oh, let's go. War for Cybertron. That was... If you say Xbox, I'm guessing you mean... That was the one by Atari, if memory serves. And that was the one... I think that was the one you could... I remember there's a level in the jungle where you can transform, like, between vehicle mode and fight, like, other Decepticon droids or whatever. I'm showing that I clearly know a lot about Transformers. But no, that's awesome. Good to do some... Oh god, I hate the idea that Xbox is retro gaming. Now I feel really old. Actually, you know, I said I wasn't gonna re-import, like bring in all the clips into DaVinci for each one, but given all the skipping and all the inconsistencies, it might actually be a good idea. Are you talking about the ones made by High Moon Studios, because they were the studio responsible for both making Cybertron games, Luckily, my friend has both of them. I honestly... Wait, why am I... I keep forgetting that I have the internet at my disposal. War for Cybertron. Excuse me. Oh, I'm losing my voice. No. Okay, so this is something that's way more recent than what I was thinking.
The orbital cannon is offline, but has revealed its true form to be none other than a savage monster named Triptychon.
Be the place.
Really?
What was your first clue? The total devastation?
I assume this is what you're talking about. Pretty cool. Okay, anyway, sorry. Enough getting distracted. This is this is actually pretty indicative of how I work. Is somebody mentions something and I'm like, oh yeah, that game, and I find myself on YouTube, and the next thing I know, it's been 20 minutes. I've gotten nothing done. Let's not do that. Okay, I'm gonna put in Hiro, Chitoge, and Toshi at the very least. Oh, and the tome. I'll just throw them in really quick. And then I'll... You know, it doesn't take very long. Let me do that really fast. And then I'm going to take a break. Because it has been 2 hours, and I should probably have some water. Hiro. Sorry, I lost the plot for a second. My brain flatlined. And this one is Tosh. And I'll probably have to rearrange these at some point, but hey, it's fine. Toshi. I actually do have an article of discussion for anybody in the chat. What is everybody's plans? Well, okay, so it's Sunday for me, so tomorrow I have to go back to work, but does anybody have any interesting evening plans? Or I guess morning plans? What the hell just happened? Oh, I wasn't... Okay. Background... Or I guess, does anybody have any interesting plans for the rest of the day, whatever time it is there for you? They're at an angle, which is going to make this tricky, but maybe I'll just keep it simple and just copy Best Boy. Wait, why is it still a .gif? Ugh, no, it saves as the wrong file format. Damn it. Alright, hold on. I didn't save it correctly. This one is the one I need to get rid of. Save as. Well, me and my friend are just playing to continue where we left off in War for Cybertron. We are currently still on the Decepticon half of the campaign. Nice. Yeah, again, I don't know when that game came out, but I get the vibes that it's an older game, so it's good to see some retro single player love. We need to support our single player games more nowadays. So 502 save. Okay, I think I saved it correctly. Yeah, this is very clearly an indication that I need a break. Getting a little tired. So I'll probably take like a 10-minute break. I'll come back and do the rest of the session. Man. Oh, War for Cybertron is a multiplayer game. Oh, okay, my bad. Probably doing local co-op or something like that. It's taking a long time. Oh, right, because it's a minute and a half. Duh. Well, we'll just wait. Okay, so I want to bring in Hiro. In fact, I think everybody's here on the first frame. Let's get him approximately the right size. Something like... Oh, oops. Something like this looks pretty good. So that is... And I'll scale the other characters to the same size. Oh, I just realized I didn't close their eyes on the last frame. Let's round that to 240. That'll be close enough. Oh no, we're roommates, so we don't really have to do much. We don't really have... Holy shit. Sorry, I can't read right now. Oh no, we're roommates, so we don't really have to do much to play. Sorry, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Let's go to this frame. Let's use this frame. Sure. Oh, this one's gonna be way bigger. Whoa! Get rid of that. Why is that all black? Huh? That's not good. Here. I'm not gonna waste time freaking out about it. I'm just gonna come up with a separate solution. I'm gonna use the same sprite sheet for her as well. Damn it. Damn it, Bobby. Anybody see that new King of the Hill? Because I sure haven't. I was never... this is my cross to bear, but I was never really a fan of that show. Basically, we're not doing local co-op. I doubt that people even have War for Cybertron, and I blame autocorrect for that. Yeah, fair enough. Ah, here we go. Schoolgirl ass kick. I'm debating on using some 3/4 sprites. Well, let's just do... Again, we're just trying to do the absolute basics right now. So, on the Chitoge layer, I add her, scale her up to exactly 240, and then I know she's a pancake. And then I know she's at the right scale. Boom. Maybe a little bit more to give Toshi a bit more breathing room. Speak of the devil. Characters. Tosh. I'll have the sitting version of him. God, look at all these tabs. New. Let's do like that. Perfect. Okay. Toshi. Actually, yeah, I'm sorry. I know I said I was gonna do this whole scene, but I do really need to take a break. So let me get these characters in real quick. He seems way too big. Oh no, something's not right. What? Hold on. Why is that? That doesn't seem right. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. These are just single pixels, right? Yeah, they are. So why the fuck? Don't save. Oh man. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. He's in. I can worry about the scale later. I'm kind of burning myself out a little bit, so a break is in order. I will take a brief break. Any second now, I promise. Oh, I can use this one. Perfect. See, that looks super clean. Oh. Well, never mind. Oh, come on. That's not good enough. I'm starting to get to the point where I'm getting like really tired and impatient, so I need to be aware of that. Damn it. I need to be aware of my lack of patience, and I need to work diligently. It's really hard to be on top of yourself, and oh look, he's already the right size. That's perfect. Awesome. To be on top of yourself and to make sure that you're not, you know, biting off more than you can chew and burning yourself out too badly. All right, I'm gonna take note of what's missing from this scene, which is just the waitress. S2, waitress, and yeah. All right, I am going to save, and it's gonna take forever to save, so I'm not gonna sit here and make you guys watch that. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be back in about 10-ish minutes. But yeah, see you in a minute. BRB. All right, I'm back, and yeah, given the amount of time, given what time it is, and again, as I mentioned earlier, I have a prior engagement coming up in a little bit. We're gonna have to call this the home stretch, so I think I can go for about another hour and change. Let's see what we can get accomplished. This is only the second scene of the entire thing, and there's a ton more to go. Of this whole timeline. So I'm not gonna stress about trying to get it done today. I'm just gonna try to lay a good foundation for when I come back to this. So without further ado, let's put my music back on. Hopefully that's not too loud. Yeah, let me know if the audio volume is appropriate. But yeah, let's start. I don't want to approach this. Oh, actually, there are other characters in here that. How do I want to do this? So it starts with it's weird because it's not cuts. It's essentially all one shot, but it just moves the camera, the virtual camera in quotes, moves around. So I'm not sure. Toshi still looks huge. I don't know how that happened. But more important, he's also not positioned correctly. Yeah, something like that. Okay. I mean, I guess I could link this and change it later. All right, what's the next scene? Or what's the next shot, I should say. Right there, right? So right here at frame 58 is when Hiro should no longer be in the shot. Or the waitress. I don't even have a track for the waitress yet, and I'll get to that in a minute. Oh, what was it? Alt-M? $57. If I go to 58. Alright. Chitoge is much longer than that. Let's see. Alt.
Just water for us. Have the water.
Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. That should be good. So do the same for the Tome and Toshi. Yeah, I think for both of them. $5 for Toshi. Oh, let's keep going.
Just
and
water.
Adjust the position.
Tap water.
And I'll replace them down later. Same with the tome. You know, his workflow is actually pretty efficient, if you ask me.
Just water for us. Tap water.
Well, I don't know. We'll see. I think I might be able to get through one more scene by the end of the day. How do I feel about... I don't like Hiro's pose. He really should, at the very least, have his head to the side. Though I could change that later. Wait, let me test something. I don't think I need this anymore. So if I just... What is this? Oh, I see. I wonder what will YouTube do after the 13th when over half of the entire user base disappears. How do I say this? So let me just test. Sorry, let me just test something really quick. Okay, so if I make changes to this frame because they're linked, it'll propagate to the rest of them. Good to know. So as far as I understand, the whole online identification thing that's been going around is not written into law just yet. So this is more of a preemptive strike from YouTube, and there's also implications of like the whole payment processors pressure, that whole nonsense. So I think they're just trying to get ahead of it, and I think they're going to face massive backlash. I think as soon as, like, they say it's for the kids, which is a pile of garbage, but realistically, as soon as parents are like, wait a minute, I have to give you my government ID before I can watch a YouTube video. Wait, I have to give you a government ID before my kid can watch a video. I think there's going to be such a massive backlash. I really hope this is the case. I hope that there's such enough massive backlash that they have to backpedal, because this is a decision that basically nobody benefits from, except for like puritanical like social police, essentially. Not social police, like what's the word I'm looking for? Moral police. Like they're essentially trying to turn America into Dubai. So, and I'm not gonna get political on this, but I don't think anybody's gonna like this at all. I think this is gonna backfire horribly, and I kind of foresee a public apology coming from YouTube. This is literally the embodiment of don't give your strangers your personal information. I understand that as pressuring YouTube is just that. I hope they held out longer. I mean, YouTube is a corporation, and as far as I understand, they're not even very financially solvent. So they're going to do whatever they can to please anybody who can possibly give them money to make themselves look better. They're just going to do whatever they can to keep their business afloat, because they kind of frankly have to at this point. I don't think that... sorry, I'm trying to think about this pixel art stuff. But yeah, it is kind of ironic how it's like, it used to be when we were kids, like, hey, don't give your information to strangers, don't talk to strangers, like, don't put your information out on the internet. But now it's like, yeah, but if you want to see this video, you gotta give us your government ID or your passport or whatever. It's like, what? No, I don't think I will. I will say also, I think saying the entire half the user base will disappear is, well, I don't know. I feel like YouTube's a very big platform with a lot of moving pieces. It's definitely like at the point where if it's not too big to fail, it's damn close. But I mean, yeah, this could seriously cause a lot of damage to them. If you want to watch your favorite show on YouTube, you would have to give up your data to a shady corporation to do who knows what with. That's true. I mean, the other thing to consider is a lot of these corporations already have your data anyway. They either have it from services that you get, like you either gave it up to them without realizing it, or they got it from a data broker. which is crazy that that's even legal. That's someone could like steal your data and sell it to somebody else. Uh-oh. Crap, what was the scale of this? Oh, this might not work. This might not work at all. Okay, I'm overthinking this. Here's what we're gonna do. Put that back. Nope. Nope. Actually, this is the last scene. I don't need that open anymore. Whole thing is just one massive data breach, and then everyone's data is all over the internet. Yep. Yeah. I mean, another prediction I will make is that I think somebody's going to crack it. Like, it's an AI algorithm that's going to determine whether or not you're underage, which out of the gate isn't gonna work. But it's also like a web browser based check, right? I mean, well, I guess they could do it on the back end, but the aftermath of this will probably affect us for the rest of the decade and the next. Yeah, I could definitely say that it will have an effect on YouTube. That's for sure. But I also just kind of personally, I don't really see YouTube, even though like I produce stuff for YouTube and I watch a lot of YouTube. I don't really even consider YouTube that big of a part of my life, honestly. Shit, how big was this again? I can't remember. Was it 900? No. Was it... Oh, crap. I can't remember what the number was. Does anybody remember what number I put in here? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, man. How big is this? It is... Oh, it was 245. That's what it was. Okay. Whew. At least I think that's what the number was. But yeah, I think you're 100% right. I think this will have a big impact on YouTube, but on the internet and the world at large, I will say, if you're a YouTube competitor, this is a great time. Though, I mean, also, if this actually does become real policy, then we run into the issue of, well, it's litigation. Like, the company could get sued if they don't comply with this. But then, like, websites that don't comply with it are now, like, the sketchy websites. So it's like, it becomes a give and take. It's like, I don't want to give my ID up to YouTube, but at the same time, whoever is running this shady website that doesn't even check might literally be doing worse things with my data, and I don't even know. There's already a YouTube alternative that's getting daily floods of users. Oh yeah, I'm sure there's many. I've heard of a few. I don't remember the names offhand, but once again, YouTube is still a very, very big platform. I mean, though they are bleeding users and bleeding goodwill, like, they have billions of dollars at their disposal. Like, I don't think this will be the end of them, but I think you're right. I think this will definitely affect them moving forward. Let's play back.
Just water.
Oh, do I want to move these? Yes, I should. I should just do it while I'm thinking about it. Oh, duh. It's that frame. So, Chitoge. Actually, I'm going to scale everybody up uniformly so it's all the same. Oh, never mind. It doesn't work like that. Great. This won't end them. It's more like a slow decay until they finally dissolve into nothing. I don't think they'll dissolve into nothing. I think Google will just, I don't know, sell them to 10 cents at worst. Yeah, I think they'll fade into obscurity. I think people will stop using YouTube because they're just sick of their bullshit. And this has been a process that's been going on for a number of years already. Like, the writing's been on the wall for a very long time, and this is a decision that is literally just probably going to be Not the final nail in the coffin, but one of the final nails in the coffin. And again, what's going to kill them is people flocking to their competition, not necessarily any one thing that they do. Wait, Oh, wait, I can scale them all at the same time. Or not, you know, whatever. I thought there was a way to do it. Man, okay. Never mind. I might just have to eyeball this. Ugh. Here. Chitoge. I'm sorry, I'm getting really sloppy. So what are we thinking? Yeah, something like that. So let's... She's a little too big, so I'll round it down to 350. Oh, wait, that's not a perfect square. Ah, shit. No. Can I scale in percentages, please? This whole values thing is really starting to mess with me. Until then, it was fun using this platform. I'm probably just going to go to the alternatives. It's the 13th, or get a VPN. Yep. Yeah, VPN is definitely a good move. And again, I recommend just wait. Like, this is not going to go well, and it's not going to last. I mean, YouTube can be very stubborn, but they literally don't stand to benefit from this. So I would just give it a couple weeks. I'm pretty confident that they're going to roll this back. I'm overthinking this. I'm not going to scale the characters perfectly right now. I think what's more important is that it's consistent. Well... Yeah, okay. I am going to try to be consistent with it, because this is going to cause me a lot of problems down the road. Oh, I just realized I also didn't split this. How do I do that? Governments and companies can try all they want. You can't imagine the public. You can't ignore the public for long. Yep, we are Legion. I mean, hey man, why do you think I changed my my icon to a paperclip? If you know, you know. Unlink. Oh, cool. That's how you do it. Unlink. So then I should be able to Alt-M over this? Yes. Excellent. That's not perfect. Okay, I'm getting in the weeds. And I only have like another hour to go, so I need to stop screwing around with this. Same here. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't see the YouTube icons through my multi-chat thing, so it's good to know that you're also on the Rossman train, but yeah, I didn't notice. Sorry about that. Okay, waitress. And then now we're back to Tome. Let's copy that frame. What is... Oh, it's enter, not... Oh, that's stupid. Every other software is... You hit space to play back, but not this one, apparently. Right there. Paste. Nope. What is that? 325. Maybe because it's linked? We have to go back to the first frame. Oh, I did something. Oh, shit. I did something very naughty. But I don't know what it is. Oh, this is saying that this stuff is linked to this stuff. So I'll just copy this, and I'll go to frame 5, and then I'll paste. Hey, it worked. And I could probably use a unique scale for this one. It doesn't matter as much, because it's just the tome by itself. Get it roughly the same size. I might have to. Come on, brain. I might have to do something with the framing because I drew it backwards in the storyboards. Have you watched any good movies lately? No, I'm really bad about watching movies. Let me think. The last movie I watched... I was doing a lot of catch-up of older movies, so I went to one of my favorite things to do. I don't use streaming platforms anymore because they're all corrupt. So I've been doing a lot of watching movies by getting them at the library. I might as well save while I'm telling the story. So what did I get? I got Logan. I got The Batman. Robert Pattinson Batman. I got what the hell was it called? That Nicolas Cage movie, Unbearable Talent or whatever it's called. You know, my parents actually came over the other day, and my dad wanted to, like, we were talking about going to a theater, and he was like, oh yeah, I watched the Superman movie, I didn't really like it that much, and I was like, I don't know, it sounds like it could be kind of fun. I've heard good things. He didn't like it, but he was totally willing to go see it again. We ended up not seeing it, but yeah, that's the closest I've been to watching a movie lately. Hey, Socks friends. Just found your channel. You sound cool. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I used to be cool back in the day when I was much younger, but hopefully you find my project cool. Like I'll take that too. How's it going? Come on. I'm gonna have to be very sparing with these saves because this is taking way too long. It's gonna extend this because it's driving me crazy.
Just water for us. Tap water.
I know libraries could sell movies well. Either way, yesterday I was able to watch Transformers 1 with my friend, and it was the best movie I've ever seen. Nice. So you're a big Transformers fan? I don't know, it just kind of dawned on me. I'm just like, wait a minute, why am I paying for movies when I can just wait till they go to DVD and then get them at the library?
Just water for us. Tap water.
Whoops. I'm so sorry. I am 100% obsessing about this. I should not be doing this right now.
Just water for us. Tap water.
So I assume Transformers 1 is a recent movie? I actually didn't hear about that.
Can you not tell our mission to everyone we meet? Or are you trying to make it easier for the spirit to kill us?
He's still in the shot.
But we need to find the old hag so we can defeat the spirit.
No, we need to avoid the spirit. If he gets me, he'll be even more powerful. But you know that! You literally just said yourself!
Okay. Oh man, this is actually getting very complex. Now I am just, it's just that me and my friend have been binging every single Transformers series. We were supposed to watch Transformers 1 last, but we got impatient. Yeah, I feel that. Well, nice. I'm glad you're enjoying it, man. I was never that huge into Transformers. It was, weirdly enough, it was before my time and also after my time at the same time. Like the original ones were like mid to late 80s, if I remember correctly, or early 80s. So I wasn't born yet. And then the newer ones, the Michael Bay films, were a little after my time. I'm not really big in action movies that much, so it kind of missed me. But I am, I'm glad you are finding enjoyment with it. Oh, I need another hero. That's what I need a hero. I need a hero with the... Oh, actually, I need a different hero at a different angle. Enter.
Mission to everyone we meet. Or are you trying to make it easier for the spirit to kill us?
Alright. Okay, yeah, this is gonna take a long damn time. This is gonna take a long damn time. Maybe I'll use a side. I'm really tempted. Well, see, here's the thing. I have some 3/4 angle sprites, but I don't wanna. I'm gonna have to rebuild the whole thing. Like, I'm gonna have to actually dress him up and give him hair and all that, and it's gonna be a ton of work. So I think I'm better off just. What was it? 245, I think. I'm actually probably going to have to go bigger than that. I'm just going to do the basic cardinal sprites for now. Oh shit, did I put this in the right place? I did. Okay, cool. I'll do the basic cardinal sprites for now. And then, if I decide I hate it, I'll change it. I'll change it. Unlink. Oh, actually, you know what? I think what's going to happen is, so I'm creating a gap here that's going to be just for the Tome of the Fifth Angle.
Need to find the old hack so we can defeat the spirit.
Okay, and now, because this one is still linked to the other one, we can see with that little line there. That means that if I make changes to it over here, it should propagate to this next scene as well. That could be very useful. Alright, I'm not going to overthink it. Just going to... Whoops, wrong layer. That angle's very wrong, and I'm going to have to fix it later. Let's just do something like that. I'm visually comparing him to Hero, make sure he's about the right size. Yeah, that looks good. Oops. Oh, I need to do this. Oh, and I need another Chitoge. Where you at, girl? Grab this one. Chitoge. My brain's getting confused. Ooh, it's almost like a depth of field thing. Completely unintentional, but I'll take it. I'm wondering how much value I'm actually going to get out of making them 100% the perfect size. Come on. Come on! Why can't I scale this up? Oh, because I was holding down shift. Silly goose. That's fine, frankly. Like that. Cool. Alright. And I'll put the table in later. I wish I could do both of these at the same time.
But we need to find the old hack so we can defeat the spirit.
That's... Whoa, what happened? What? Oh, because I'm selecting the whole timeline. Right? No, that... Whoa! What? Oh, because I have a marquee. That's why. Backspace. That's an interesting quirk.
But we need to find the old hack so we can defeat the spirit. Oh!
Okay. Cool. Time-wise, I'm actually doing pretty okay. So I'm gonna need another Toge and another Toshi. Frankly, I'll just grab this one. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I'm not very sure-footed right now.
But you know that! You literally just said yourself!
I need the...
Ah, stop. Is this what animators have to go through? No, I'm honestly... You know, actually, I'm probably doing it a little bit of an easier way. So I'm doing like a very, very hybrid method of animation here. I feel like if we were doing frame by frame animation, like traditional style animation, this would be a lot slower of a process. But there's something magical about that process. The short answer is not really. I'm definitely not. I feel like a lot of animators probably do it better, but also have it worse, if that makes sense. And I should also disclose that I'm kind of discovering this workflow as I go. Like, I had general ideas of how this should all work, but this project has thrown me so many curveballs lately that I'm just kind of... Oh, she's facing the wrong way. You know what? I'm not going to pull another sprite here. You know, just minimize this. I don't need this anymore. Flip horizontal. Boom. She's facing the right way. Problem solved. I really feel like I'm probably going to want those diagonal sprites. Alright. Where's the Doge? Let's see. I definitely don't want to, like, appropriate real animators. I am but an imitator. Actually, he looks a little small. Yeah, I'm just gonna eyeball it. It's fine. Oh, I ran out of tome. Interesting. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just go the whole, because I know he's gonna need more, so I'm just gonna go until the scene changes. Well, I'm not an animator, so I have no idea how the animation process works. I just like play games.
And I want to turn back into a human.
Shows.
I want pizza!
Yeah.
Just Hero, go play a game or something.
I would argue this is more like the production process. Like that's kind of what
might be a long shot, but there's my alma mater. I could take me at university. They might have some info on the old hat.
I understand animation principles because I studied in
How
college,
would we
but
get there?
There's a bus line that runs directly to campus.
animators are different.
Stop ignoring me!
Beast
Well, it's the best thing we've got.
and deserve all of
Better
your
get
respect.
moving.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's it. In terms of, is this what production people have to deal with in terms of like trying to make a thing? Yeah, this is pretty fair. Especially like the last video where I was oh, sorry. Is it too loud? I can turn it down. Turn it down a little bit. Hopefully that's a little less abrasive. Sorry about that. Yeah, last time was a special adventure, and that was definitely very indicative of the production process of having an idea, things don't work out, you get frustrated, you walk away, you come back, you're like, all right, I think I know how I'm gonna do this now. But yeah, let me know if the volume's better. Yeah, the audio is a bit too loud. I just have this weird cracking effect, and I have no idea what is causing cracking effect in the audio. Sorry, that's probably clipping. Let me know if this is any better.
Or the spirit. If he gets me, he'll be even more powerful. But you know that! You literally just said yourself!
Hopefully that's a bit better. Yeah, let me know. I can easily adjust things. It's just like what's getting fed out to YouTube and to Twitch and all that is different from what I'm hearing. So to me, I'm just like, oh, the levels are fine. So I don't know. I'll turn it down even a little bit more. Alright, let's try that. Yeah, it's better. Just why are there two voices speaking at the same time? Yeah, this is something I explained earlier and yesterday. The short version of the long story is that it's a discrepancy between the frame rate being exported out of DaVinci Resolve versus the frame rate that is accepted in Sprite, and it just causes this plugin to like wig out and skip a lot. And I apologize. Just got done rendering a shot. Time for shot 2. The grind never stops. Oh, nice. What's your, what are you doing? Are you doing like an animation? Or are you doing like film? I am also working on shot 2. I've been doing this stream for 2 hours and 54 minutes, and I am still in the middle of shot 2, so I feel your pain. I'm on scene 2. Well, it happens. Yeah. Yeah, dude, this process is, I'm definitely not working with a loaded gun here. I'm not working with a full deck, so you'll have to forgive me. I'll do whatever I can to make it less abrasive and to listen to and all that, but yeah, just let me know if I can make an adjustment to make it better for y'all.
No, we need to avoid the spirit. If he gets me, he'll be even more powerful. But you know that. You literally just said yourself.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, again, I gotta kind of, even though it doesn't seem right, I gotta believe in the storyboard. Like, even though it doesn't sound right, I know the timing is correct. Man, I'm gonna hate this. I'm gonna hate doing this.
I need the old hag to get rid of this curse. I want to stop transforming into a demon.
I want to turn back into a hero.
No, I'll keep him here.
I want pizza!
Hero.
Alright. Do I? Oh man, I'm getting very tired. Sorry, I just got a text from my composer who is just like, hey, I have a book on how to compose anime music. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. I'll have to respond to him in a minute.
I need the old hag to get rid of this curse. I want to stop transforming into a demon.
I want to turn back into.
All right, there. Actually, let me keep going because I know it's another shot.
I want pizza!
Hero.
Do I want to take a break? No, I appreciate that. I just took a pretty long break, and I'm not going to be going that much longer, so I'm going to try to power through. Rendering an animation in Blender. Nice! Are you uploading that to your YouTube channel? Because I'd love to check it out. Oh, I don't know if the developer who worked on this extension is going to watch this video, but just for posterity, I'm going to say that is something that could be useful, is like some kind of volume control. Just like, hey, like, let's turn this down to 50%. Like, I don't, obviously I'm not going to export it, the audio itself, but it'd just be nice to have some kind of control over the levels. If for no other reason than for the sake of my YouTube audience and their poor ears.
I need the old hag to get rid of this curse. I want to stop transforming into a demon.
And I want to turn back.
2400 frames.
I want pizza!
Hero.
Whew, alright. Oh man. Alright. Let's go back. Let's start putting some heroes in. That's just Tome. I might add Toshi to the background there. Oh, he's already here. Here, let me copy this. Where would he be? Nope. I need to reposition that. Is it here? It's actually way... Dude, how am I this far off? That's what I get for eyeballing everything. Okay. Wait. Oh, oops. How did I do that? I put Toshi on the hero layer. Oops. Oh man. Yeah. Yep, I'm getting tired. I'm making silly mistakes. Control X. Can I? Oh yeah, I am. The name is gonna be Can't Draw Noses by Sock. Nice. I will be sure to check that out. It's always good to see a fellow animator. I did the thing again. I'm not an animator. Good to see a fellow person who makes animations. Thanks for stopping by. How am I gonna get this out of here? Oh man, I gotta be way more careful. Here's what I'll do. Control X. And then hopefully it copies the whole timeline. Fuck. Alright. Oh, here we go. My day's been good. What about you? My day's been pretty good. Sorry, I don't want to talk over this. I'll explain my day in just a second. Alright, cool. Yeah, my day's been pretty good. I had a pretty nice and hearty breakfast. I feel like today's stream is definitely going better than yesterday's. I feel like I have a clear head on my shoulders this time, and I'm not going on a tirade. So, yeah, overall it's good. I just realized I haven't been outside today. I should probably fix that. But yeah, I'm gonna be meeting up with some friends later, so I'm actually looking forward to that. I'm gonna try to close out the weekend right. Okay, so I wanted to put Hero here. Alright. Copy. Home stretch. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna put more time against this off stream, just for no other reason than because, as a whole, this project's falling behind where I really want it to be. So I definitely want to make some progress. I don't want to restrict my progress to just when I'm going live. So hopefully I'll have a few more of these scenes done. This one's kind of a beast. But I think I'll also get faster at this as I get more comfortable with this workflow. This is getting really messy. Here, let me extend that.
Turn back into a human.
Right. Backspace. Yeah, don't you love that sound? Whoops. Went one frame too far. Stock today has been okay, just dealing with the sickness and nausea for over 2 weeks now. Yeah, that sucks, man. I hope you get better, and I hope Transformers makes you feel better. It's the cure that ails you. It cures what ails you. I can't even talk, man. Okay, let's move the tome, and luckily I should only have to do it once. I hope I'm doing this right. I'm not selecting the right layer. A little bit bigger. Hell, I might even want to skew it a bit just to give it like I could rotate it or something. I'll do that damn it. I'll do that later, but something to consider. Something like, you know what? That's good. So now this should all be much better. Where's the next edit? Okay. Okay, that's the first frame. Let's take the Chitoge layer and unlink. Yeah, I'll do the same with Toshi. I'll unlink. I might actually just delete him entirely. And I'll unlink the tome as well. Yeah, just unlink them all. And then now I can treat this as a separate shot. Let me move the other characters out of the way so I can see what I'm doing. Start with Chitoge. She's all the way over here. I hope I do get better soon. My friend has been trying everything to get me better. Yeah, man. I mean, hopefully you can go see a doctor, and hopefully that'll help as well. Alright. Put her there. That works. Whoops. This one's Toshi. Let's move him. Hell, I'll just put him, like, way over here, frankly. Like, right there, sure. I hope he doesn't get cropped. He got cropped. Okay. It's fine. I might just... Let's just get rid of him. And the tome... I think I'll also get rid of the tome. It's not in the shot. And I can always bring it back if I need it. What's... Why is it... Oh, it's so weird. What? Oh, that's Chitoge. Oops. Good lord, man. What is wrong with me? Okay, cool. And I'll adjust hero real quick while I'm thinking about it. I'll give him a better expression. Alt M. Oh, I don't need any of this crap. I see. Okay. What is this? Chitoge. Oh, Chitoge is just up to there. What if I do this? Oh!
Back into a human.
Yeah, I can just erase that. That's great.
Turn back into a human.
That's much better. Whoa. We'll extend this.
A human.
Wish I could see what I'm doing. Cool.
One pizza.
Alright. Let's see. Time. Okay, I got another 30 minutes. I'm gonna save really quick and rest my eyes for 1 second. I'm not going BRB. I just need to get my eyes away from the screen for a second. Ugh! Good lord. Actually, sorry, real quick, while this saves, I'm gonna go grab a glass of water. I'll be right back. Ugh. Whew. Oh, I'm good. Yeah. Thanks for checking Obsidian. I'm totally good. I am just an old man and I'm tired and I've been streaming for several hours. No, I'm totally fine. You should take a break to stand up and stretch your legs and drink water whenever you can. Likewise, I need to give my eyes a rest periodically. Wait, where does that shot end? That actually ends there. So let me get a hero. I'm in need for a hero. Alright. Boom. Extend. Extendo arms. Wait, hold on, I'm getting a little confused. So she's in the right spot here.
One pizza.
Man, the audio's way off.
Kira.
Okay, there's where she shouldn't be anymore, so... Link. Everybody... actually... Yeah. I'm just gonna unlink everybody. And then Toshi and the tome will get deleted. And Toge needs to be in a better spot. I might legit just eyeball her into position. Alright. Oof. How long does this go?
Game or something.
Whoops. I keep forgetting I have a marquee up. Cool. Oh, she's facing the wrong way. Oops. I'll fix that. Chitog. Oh, this one's linked. Ah, crap. Okay, unlink. I'll just have to overwrite it. It's fine.
Pizza! Just Kira.
Whoops. Toge, don't need this. Oh, how did that happen? Oh, I probably could have just done that. No, actually, I couldn't have. Because her position is different. Alright. I was literally about to just hit the save button, just out of instinct. Let's not do that just yet. Where are we at? We are on frame 1037 out of 2440. I don't think we'll get through all of those in 30 minutes, but I'm gonna try. Damn it, I'm gonna use the power of friendship to make this happen. Can I use the arrow key? Oh, I can. Oops. These.
Header. Header. Header.
Am I gonna regret this? No. Of course not. Why would I regret anything? Oh, this is Tome. Actually, not gonna need him for a little bit. I'm trying to figure out a way to do this efficiently that doesn't flash the screen too much. Oh, maybe I could hide it visually? Does that not work? No, of course it doesn't. Okay. I wish I could just click drag and just delete all this without having to do it one frame at a time. Wait, can't I? Whoops. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, hey, that worked. Cool.
Go play a game.
Okay, I need a Toshi. That's a tome. So I need to go find another. Need to find another puppers. Perfect. I think I can copy this, right? I don't know if it has to be at the beginning of the timeline. Hey, it worked. Cool. Okay. Something like that. Sure. Ah. Oh my god. I will never get used to enter being for play.
This might be a long shot, but there's my alma mater, Technique University. They might have some info on the old hack.
I don't know if I need that close up again. This might actually be okay. Okay. Trying to find where the tome first appears in the shot. Okay. Tome. Oh, that's so scary. So what songs do you listen to? Are you referring to the music that you're hearing in the background right now, or like what I listen to in my casual day-to-day? Oh wait, what am I doing? I just figured out a fast way to do it. Get away from you so easily. Wait. Oh, the tome is like, not Toshi. Right. So for the music you're listening to right now, this is just a royalty-free playlist that I found on SoundCloud. I would love to play my own music, but I don't want to get spanked by DMCA. In my everyday personal life, I haven't been listening to a ton of music lately either, but I've been starting to dip my toes back into it a bit. I had a big Vocaloid phase a few years ago. A lot of EDM, Japanese stuff, hyper breakbeat, all that stuff. I've always been a big metal fan. I've always liked the hard rock and rolls. I mean, I like a little bit of everything. I wouldn't say there's particularly a genre of music that I dislike. I just also don't really. I don't know. I don't really. Spend a lot of time listening to music. Oh shit! I made a huge mistake. Okay. Notice how the tome is just this now instead of a big art piece of a book. That's not supposed to happen. Yeah, it's because I had a marquee again. Good lord. Oh my god, dude. I'm making so many mistakes. I'm glad I didn't save with that, at least. Whew, boy. Okay. Just gonna check in with my thing that's going on later and figure out what the plan is. I might be able to go a bit longer, though I am getting pretty tired and I need to touch grass. I'm definitely gonna try to go a little bit longer. I don't know if I can. Well, I can at least get the timeline set up, what you've been seeing so far. I'm definitely not going to go any further than that. I'll do that, and then I'll set up for the next time. Or I should say, I'll set up for the next scene that I'll probably do off-stream. Well, I guess the songs that I listen to is also every genre. I guess the only child that I don't get is K-pop, because I frankly don't understand it. Yeah, dude, it's like, K-pop is really, like... mathematically designed to be like the catchiest music in the world. It's almost like a factory made genre of music, and I can derive some joy from it, but it's definitely not something I spend a lot of time. Autocorrect, how did you get child from genre? Well, when we're talking about K-pop, children might not be too inaccurate. Sorry, I gotta check messages real quick. Just give me 1 second. Hey May, how's it going? Thanks for joining. We're in the process of placing pixel art over the storyboard and trying to make the skeleton of an animation. Okay. Whew. All right. Let's do this. I think I can go for at least another 30. Let's finish strong. How's your day been, May? So, what are you doing? If you don't know what my channel's about, I do an animation series called Homesick Adventures. You can see that on my main YouTube channel. But basically, I'm working on a new episode of that. I have storyboards that have been synced up to voice acting and sound effects and that sort of thing. And basically, this is like the bones of what the animation is going to be. It's like a first pass, a proof of concept. And now I'm taking the next big step, which is actually turning it into animation. So I'm on scene 2 currently, and I'm just doing a rough pass of just placing the characters over the storyboards. And I'm going to do that for every scene. Excuse me. And I'm going to go back later over and dress them up, line them up better, add some backgrounds, that sort of thing. But this is just sort of like just getting everybody aligned and put into place. Like you see, if I hide Hero, you see this is what he's supposed to look like underneath with a purse hitting him in the face. I'll do all that animation later, but for now, I'm just throwing in the generic sprites just to get things lined up for now. Maybe this is now the 3rd time I've said this, but I just had sickness and nausea. Yeah. Thanks for being a trooper, for hanging out while you're sick, Obsidian. It's much appreciated. And please, if you feel like you need to go and rest or whatever, I won't be offended if you got a dip. I know this isn't the most pleasant thing to listen to. Where is he? For the back. I might have to do... Oh, I know how I'll do this. Okay. Where is... I must have gone back too far. Okay, so 31 on Link. And let's copy this. Bloop. Paste it. And overwrite all this shit.
This might be a long shot.
Is it 31? I think? Or, I guess, 1431.
But there's my alma mater. Architecting
Come on. Ah, there it is.
University.
Oh, I went too far. Shite. No. Oh, please work. I goofed. How do I fix this? Actually, when I was sick, actually able to survive against an entire swarm of bugs, my kill count at the end was the mission was either 5,000 or 10,000, and I was dodging as many as I could. Oh damn. Okay, and then I want to move this guy. Here, I'll just copy this, place it here, scale it. Like that. Actually, a little bigger. Ugh, come on. Okay, okay. Escape. You know, the discussion about music actually got me to thinking. That was one thing I was looking into when, like, adjusting my stream setup. Is I think there are ways that you can stream Spotify, not on Twitch. Actually, I'm not sure what platforms you can do it on. I know I can isolate the background music per stream location, I guess is the way to say that. But this is something I need to explore. Wait. What is this? Oh, that's that. Okay. I'll just go to the 31. It's fine. Bloop.
My alma mater, Technique University. They might.
Oh, I went too far. Here's Toshi. Okay, link. And then let's just get rid of it. Well, he's there in the background. Oh, yeah. That'll probably just be simpler. Something like that, sure. That's it. Escape. Alright.
I have some info on the old hack.
I don't know. Did I overwrite something? No, I didn't. Okay, cool. I don't think.
No.
Alright. Sorry, I gotta check messages about my stuff going on later. Oh. Sorry, logistics, planning, math, and other things. Ooh. Oh, Lordy. Ooh. All right. I am definitely getting to the point where I'm getting close to making a lot of mistakes. I'm going to do a hard stop at a quarter after, just so I can rest up and not make any more horrific mistakes. Actually, I'm going to save right now. I don't think I did anything horrible. So, I feel like this is definitely a good view of what this process is going to be like. This is going to take me a very long time. Actually, I think I could probably, if I work on this daily, not saying I'm going to stream daily, let's make sure that's very clear, but I can work on this throughout the week. I'll do a couple streams here and there. I could potentially get this done in about a week, I think. Famous last words, I know. And the long saving and loading times give me a lot of time to think about my life choices. Oh wow, the Offspring are going to be in town. Speaking of music, Spotify was just like, hey, there's going to be a concert near you, even though I don't use Spotify anymore. Alright, let's finish strong. Whoa, what's this giant gap? Oh! Right, the waitress. And there's just the tome. Then he goes here, he's on the table. So far, so good. That's actually a little bit... How do I keep doing that, man? Is there a way to move this backwards? I wish I could duplicate, but in the opposite direction. What happens if I... No, that breaks everything. Damn. So I just got to be more careful. This is not worth trying to fix that. Maybe I can do that in the future, but right now I'm not gonna. For a first pass, it's good enough. It's off by 1 frame. Who cares? Actually, in reality, it doesn't matter because you're not going to see the storyboard underneath it in the real version. So it just, this is the new timing. I can add Chitoge later. She's barely in frame, not really worth the effort. Okay, that's good. Okay. Oh, oops. Let's... How do you link? I need to learn the linking feature in the software a little bit better. Toshi. Wait, this is a frame that I've already created. Why would I create it again? I think there was a way to manually link things. Oh, oops. Jesus. I keep almost breaking stuff because I'm not paying attention. Okay, so this is the frame that I wanted. Copy. I copied the tome. Actually, that's fine, because it needs to go here as well anyway. Well, not quite there. Let's grab Toshi. That is Toshi's lair, yes. I also needed Chitoge. Actually, these guys aren't even positioned right at all. I clicked the wrong layer. Something like that. And tone can be like... Sure, something like that. Oops, I hit enter. And I imagine it was trying to play just now.
No.
How far do I need to go? Oh, in the book that I'm reading, for some sections, there's songs I have no idea how how they did this, but I'm all for it. Sorry, I'm not 100% following. I think my brain is just super tired. Are you talking about, like, is it like a book on, like, music composition or something? Wait. Okay, that's good. I mean, Toshi's not good. Basically, some parts of the book, there's whole musical number. Oh. Interesting. It kind of makes me think of, like, how in Tolkien, he would sometimes write poems to represent songs. Where is... There it is. Exactly 1717. Beautiful.
No.
Alright, so...
Don't approve of this.
How would we get there?
There's a...
Ooh, look at that. Oh, that's amazing. That's really satisfying. No scoped that. See, you guys who play COD, you like the 360 no scopes. I prefer the frame perfect number no scope. And there is one part of the book that I am really interested in learning about more about. Yeah, what book is it? If you want to share the recommendation. I think one of the other problems is I've been insisting on doing this like kind of haphazardly, just shot by shot instead of layer by layer by layer. Sit here. I don't think there's any more.
Stop ignoring me!
Alright.
Well, it's the best sleep we've got. Better get moving.
Alright. And we're at the Pokemon scene, so the tome is done. Let's go one more frame. And so I'm guessing this that I just did is not linked to the previous scene. Damn it. Venomite, I got it from my public library, and the point that I want to know more about is the knight who denied salvation. Interesting. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. I really should be more into reading, but I don't know, man. I just feel like I don't have the patience these days. Yeah, thanks TikTok. You've destroyed everybody's collective attention spans. I'm kidding. I don't use TikTok. I do have a TikTok account for these projects, but I was on there for about 10 minutes before I got nauseous. Just couldn't stand to be there. Anyway, yeah, I need more books to read. I need more good books. I need to work on rebuilding my attention span.
There's a...
Whoops. Actually, I can just... Ever since the app became a thing, everyone's attention spans are now vanished into the aether, and I don't use TikTok. Yeah, you know what's funny is, like, I feel like it's not just TikTok's fault. It's a societal change. And I mean, even if you don't use TikTok, I mean, there's still stuff like YouTube Shorts, Twitter. It's like people don't engage with long form media anymore, and that's kind of funny when I think about this project, because like this is a 20-minute long narrative dense animation that I'm making from scratch, and you can see in the views, it like people find that intimidating and they don't watch it. And I am actually dickering with the idea of making short forms of the same animation, just to have an alternative thing to, like, not to replace this, but to make an addition. Maybe it's something that people would like more, but oh no, I moved her wrong. Or wait, was this how it was before? Okay, she's right there. excuse me. That's not right. Alright, let's just fix this real quick. That's very sad. I hope that's not affecting anything anywhere else. I thought I fixed this. Okay. Question, do you want to know what I currently learned about the knight who denied salvation? If it's spoiler free, go for it. That looks pretty good to me. Alright. Oh, it's linked, isn't it? Is it? No, it's not. So why are the sizes getting all messed up? Oh my god. Ugh. Oh man. Oh me, oh my. Can I get this done? I really should be done by now. Yeah. I'll read this real quick. Okay, basically a long time ago in this world's history, one day a night appeared. The gods of this world grows fascinated by the night until the knights started doing horrendous things. Oh, interesting. Like a deity story. Deity story. Good lord, I can't even talk. Yeah, I'm getting very, very tired. I'm starting to make a lot of mistakes, and there's still a lot more to do on this, and I don't want to make this any worse, so I'm going to save. I'm going to let it do its long save, and I'm going to take this moment to say thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for chatting. I'm going to go rest my brain and lay down and come back refreshed and work on this process more. Again, the plan is that I'm definitely going to work on this same thing more. I'm going to do more shots and more animation setup off stream, and the next time I stream, hopefully I'll be a little further along in the process. So my goal is to get through all of these scenes and have all this stuff set up and ready to start real work on. I want to say by the end of this coming week, but given how this project's going, given how this process is going, that might be a little optimistic. I'm going to shoot for it anyway, but I wouldn't be surprised if it takes 2 weeks instead. But yeah, that's the plan. I'm going to try my best to stick to it. I'm going to try to get another stream going. I'll definitely be streaming, before I say that, let me check my calendar. I should have free time next weekend. Oh yeah, definitely. Next weekend I'll definitely stream. I'm gonna try to do a midweek stream. I'm trying to get more consistency with this stuff and trying to show you more of the process. But yeah, my brain is fried. I'm exhausted. I need to eat. I need to go get some fresh air. But again, thank you so much for joining. Thank you if you watched the VOD, if you've watched this far, and I will catch you in the next one. And y'all have a great evening, and BRB, well, BRB next time. Later.